Oh God. Hope there isn't anything incriminating in the background. Bonjour, bienvenue, and welcome. Hello, I'm Grace. If you do not know me or have seen any of my videos, I do daily vlogs. I've done weekly vlogs. I'm trying travel vlogs. I did Corfu, that was fun. Attempted it the year before after lockdown, not so fun. And then I do have some lockdown weekly vlogs. I tend to do YouTube videos on and off. My consistency isn't where it should be, and I apologise, I've been away for a little while and I come back and I'm looking a bit like this. I am going to plan on doing a good old organising day today. It is just me in the house with the 3 doggos. If you're interested in that, then I will pop down below maybe like a timestamp code. I don't know how to do this timeline thing that people are doing on YouTube these days. If I can figure that out, I'll do it and I'll label everything of the whole video. But I just wanted to have a teeny tiny chit chat. Started off in March this year. Andrew and I were going to elope to Florida. It was a trip that we had already had planned back in 2019, I believe, and we will be going in October. So I'm also prepping to be more hands-on with my camera, so I'm not so awkward and it's more natural, because I want to do the best freaking Disney videos you've ever seen. It's my first time and I've been wanting to go for 29 years. Well, actually that's a lie. I'm 30 this year. I've been wanting to go since the age of 7. You do the maths on that. Anyway, Andrew and I have been engaged since 2017. My dad passed away in 2018, so I stopped wearing my ring. I didn't want anyone to ask about us getting married. Andrew and I probably didn't like each other for a good 2 years. I was a bit up there on various medication. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into this. Losing a parent, I didn't expect it to be easy, but I also didn't expect to go off the rails and just be a bit of a twat. But anyway, I feel the most happiest and content and stable I have done in a very, very long time. Still dealing with stuff with my dad. There's a lot still going on with that, which is not easy, but still dealing with stuff, and that's fine, that's parked. This year, I said to Andrew, I was like, do you know what? I want to get married this year. How I envisioned my wedding, as you might do when you're a kid and you envision your wedding day, your dress, what kind of wedding you're gonna have, did want it to be a thing. And now that I am turning 30 this year and next month, I just stopped and thought about what I want from life and what genuinely makes me happy and what getting married actually means. And I've been so excited that we're actually finally going to Disney. Andrew and Andrew's parents actually are big avid Disney goers. Andrew's an only child and he did go to Disney World quite a bit when he was a kid, and he has fond memories. And I spoke to Helen, and I think I was having like a bit of an iffy day, and I just said to her, look, would you mind that on one of the days that we're out in Disney, that we make it a wedding day? Andrew and I, we want to get married this year. And I was like, why don't we just do it in Florida, find a chapel, and then like go and hang out with Mickey Mouse afterwards? Sounds great, absolutely fantastic, all on board. Helen and I were like planning for a good 2 months. Andrew's parents then came up over the summer and we were chatting, and do you know what? I kind of want to have a first dance. I know my dad's not going to walk me down the aisle, and speeches, and we just spoke about it, and they're kindly helping us now do an English wedding. What I now want now, and what means a lot to Andrew and I, is a small intimate wedding. We're having it now in November. So our Florida trip is still a Florida trip, we're still going, but we're gonna make it the day or two that we had kind of like parked as the wedding days. We're now gonna do like a stag and hen do joint thing. It's been a bit like this. Yes, we could have been like, look, let's just postpone this and we'll just deal with it next year. Like, doing Disney and then doing a wedding afterwards is absolutely absurd. Disney's expensive enough as it is. A wedding is not cheap, and I'm so utterly and completely thankful for the support of Andrew's parents with the funds. And just having that support there has been, unbelievable, and I'm so thankful, and I hope that they know that. If not, well, I need to sort that out. A big thing I've been managing up here is, and I don't want to get upset about it, so I'm due on my period as well, so this is why I might get a bit upset. My dad's obviously not going to be walking me down the aisle, and that's fine, and I get that. My second and brutally only choice I wanted was my granddad. He lives up in Preston, Lancashire, and I haven't been able to see him for going on to 4 years now, maybe 3.5. And my dad passed away from cancer. I don't want to come across as naive or dumb or whatever you want to call it. Didn't really understand my dad's cancer. I know he had lesions on his liver and it was bowel related or something in that region, and at the time, I don't know, I just went into autopilot. I just did what I had to do, and I just did every day. I just did what I could and didn't actually realise what was going on until he kind of passed away. Anyway, so I want my granddad to walk me down the aisle, but he's got cancer, and I think he's had it now for almost 2 years, 1.5 years. And I found out at the beginning of this year that he had spread. He had an operation, he's had chemo, he's in really good spirits, but it spread. Not trying to make it about me, but I just kind of felt like, look, come on, just throw at me what you can, and I will cope and I will deal with it, it will be fine. But I've just had enough. And we're finally doing an English wedding I never ever thought that we would have, and the one thing I would just absolutely treasure is just to have my granddad walk me down the aisle, and you know, it's my dad's dad, that connection's there, and it would mean a lot. And when I asked him, it was very casual when I asked my granddad, and he was just, it's not like he was taken back, but he was like, very much like, my duty, yes, I'll do that, and just very much, I was going to have a coffee wedding at one point, and when we found out about the cancer, that was just kind of like, my granddad was never going to fly out, so that's fine. Basically, don't know whether my granddad's going to walk me down the aisle. So having to, when you're planning a wedding, and yes, someone walking you down the aisle can be a very last minute thing, but if someone's got to get a suit, or I don't really care about matching and colours and all of that. I'm going to be in a white dress. Andrew, I don't know what he's wearing, but he can wear whatever he wants. He can wear a t-shirt and shorts if he wants, I don't care. But there needs to be some sort of organisation, and my granddad can't give me an answer right now, and that's not why I'm getting upset. I'm getting upset because something that means a lot to me, and just having like the photos and that memory captured of my granddad walking me down the aisle would just mean the absolute world, because it was never going to be my dad. I'm trying to be as optimistic as I can, and I really struggle picking up the phone and speaking to my granddad, because I don't want to be the one that's, when I'm picking up the phone and speaking to him, I'm the one that's crying or getting upset, because that's what happened last time. When he's already dealing with a lot anyway. He's going through chemo at the moment. He's got 12 rounds of it. I'm not quite sure where he is now, because if you know someone that's gone through cancer and dealing with chemo, or you've gone through chemo yourself, you know of the fact that when you have a round of chemo, you then have bloods, and you almost be given the AOK to then have the second round. Got to check your bloods and all of that. And he had a bit where he couldn't have his next round because his bloods came back. He had to have a transfusion, and it was a lot. You know, he's 85-year-old man. You know, it's a lot, and he desperately wants to be there, but he's in Preston, and the hospital near him is going absolutely above and beyond with his type of cancer, which is similar to my dad's, which was also a kick in the balls as irony. So that's just kind of avoided me from wanting to pick up the camera and document, like, you know, weddings are supposed to be happy and clappy, and oh, we're now doing this, we're now doing that, and oh, we just had this come through, tick, 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 that's all done. When really I'm just like, what if my granddad can't walk me down the aisle? And I don't mean to be one of these people that picks up the bloody camera and starts crying. I didn't want to pick up the camera again and it be like, hi guys, so this is what I'm doing today, let's do it. I wanted to have a little chat, a little vent, where things are kind of going. Consistency is my nemesis. I'm trying. I hope I've caught up, if there are any questions or videos and vlogs that I've done in the past and I've spoken about something and then I've never spoken about it again, do just mention it in the comments and I'll speak about it in the next video, or I'll reply to comments. I'm really good at replying to comments now when I do get them, and I'm lucky enough to get them. But anyway, let's crack on. I plan on having a good day. I don't think I'm going to be doing my normal dog walk, jumping on the bike kind of day. It's more like putting clothes away, sorting the lounge out, doing a bit of work, just setting the house straight, because I made a start on it yesterday. But because Andrew's not here today, I've kind of got the scope of the whole house to get it how I like, and him not going around doing stuff and all of that. We're also very lucky to be able to have Helen's mum come and clean. She comes and cleans on a Wednesday for 2 hours and then goes to Helen's. So I know I don't need to do like deep cleaning or anything because she's so amazing at keeping on top of all of that for us, that I just kind of need to get my ducks in a row. Andrew is also turning 30 next week, and that'll be another video that I will be making. Thank you if you've stayed with me this far. Let's get cracking with the cleaning. Okay, so I did quite a bit of stuff for Grace and that was all sorted. Then I went downstairs, I had something to eat, and then I've just hit a brick wall. A wall, could be any wall. I'm now upstairs in the bedroom, not gonna sleep. I am going to I don't know whether anyone else has this issue on how they store their bedding, but I store it all nice and folded under the bed, but it's been just not smelling very nice. So I've got these plastic boxes and I've had to rewash all my bedding because it just doesn't smell fresh. It smells like a bit rank. And I put on a set yesterday. It smelled clean, but once I got into bed I was kind of like, nah, it's still got a bit of a funny smell to it. So I did a lot of washing yesterday. I'm going to take this off and put basically a nice fresh set of bedding on. The bed sheet's fine. I'm just going to take that off and then put a fresh set on. That'll be interesting. He's not going to want to get off. Right, you're going to have to get off the bed. Off, off, off. Thank you. Just don't know what it is.
Okay, then it's your fault this place is closing. Monsters!
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free.
Little babies. Not yet. You winky.
I wanna be free. Finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free. Finally, 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 finally. I always daydreaming, never imagined I lose my spark.
Dinner. Do you want dinner? Oh, happy boy. Delicious. Right, I think it's a big dinner tonight. Doesn't seem like a big dinner tonight. It's going to be a yummy one though. Forget the denties. Right, Luna, wait, spin. Good girl. High five. Good boy. And Kiki, we do gently Gently. Good girl.